If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Cheers back again and welcome to episode number 21 of the Barcelona Career Mode series here on FIFA 15. This is of course Wednesday's episode, but there was another episode uploaded yesterday if you missed it. Now that I'm not doing the afternoon streams, I'm back uploading 5 videos a week at the 1pm slot, as well as 5 videos midweek at the 8pm slot, and still obviously 2 videos every day at the weekend as well. So if you missed yesterday's episode, definitely check it out. We finished off the transfer window in yesterday's video, so if you want to know who we brought in, check the video out. There'll be a link to it, of course, as always, in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, or check the channel page for that video or anything you may have missed over the past few days. Obviously, there was a My Play went up last night as well, but we're coming up against a very strong Villarreal side. Luciano Vietto and Giovanni Dos Santos up top, Joel Campbell out wide, as well as on loan Cheryshev from Real Madrid. Sergio Asenjo in goal, of course. Villarreal gave us an extremely tough game at the beginning of this series away from home. Obviously, we were still in the we're still in the summer transfer window at that point. It was in August, and Messi comes close to giving us a lead early on here, which is something that we definitely didn't do in that game in August. We managed to scrape a last-minute equaliser to draw 1-1 against Villarreal through the outgoing Pedro. In fact, it was the last thing he did for Barcelona before leaving us, and similar to real life, actually. We almost predicted real life, because the last thing he did for Barcelona in real life was score a goal in the, very late on in the game to say goodbye. That time in the European Super Cup, obviously against Sevilla, but. It's nice to be able to still be top of the league in this series, and obviously have quite a lead at the top of the table, because we weren't necessarily flying out the blocks initially. Obviously getting that draw against Villarreal, we got a couple other draws at that stage when I was just getting used to playing with this side on Legendary, but Messi cuts inside the box here. You're not going to get a more clear-cut penalty decision, to be completely honest. He was nowhere near the ball. I can't quite remember who it was. Was it Manu Triqueiros? I'm not sure who made that challenge. No, it was Matteo Masaccio. Obviously, he is the player that we've got at Cambridge United in the Career Mode Road to Glory. But he's like 10, 12 inches, almost a full foot away from the ball when he lunges in there. Suarez is going to take the penalty, though, and it's saved by Asenjo. Brilliant. So there isn't a more clear-cut penalty opportunity. There was no justice to be served by the keeper saving it. It was a clear pen. He just made up for the mistake from his defender, Asenjo, by putting off a very, very good save. Messi with the corner a little bit later on, though. Pjanic with the overhead kick. And unfortunately, he couldn't keep that down. So the corner resulting from the cleared penalty or saved penalty still didn't result in a goal either. It would have been an extravagant goal had it gone in with that overhead kick from Pjanic, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. So we stayed at 0-0. They've got a man over here if they can find him, but actually Triqueiros goes the other way, and the man on the far side, Pina, isn't able to cause the goalkeeper too many problems there, and it was a simple save. So into the second half we go. Only a couple of minutes into the second half, Giovanni Dos Santos into Triqueiros. He's going to get it into Pina around the corner to Luciano Vietto. Obviously a very tricky little man. He's done very well to work the ball back to Pina here, and he squeezes it inside the near post there. I was very disappointed with my goalkeeper in that particular instance. He definitely should have done better there as far as I'm concerned. So I made a couple of changes. Christian Teo is back in the side now. I recalled him from loan in the January transfer window, so we made 2 signings of Ronaldinho and David Villa, and Christian Teo joins us as well now. So we've got 3 new players to use, and obviously one of them is being involved here. Nangolan, though, into the box, trying to get ourselves an equaliser. Couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. I've just noticed they're down to 10 men. I have left out the highlight where they got the man sent off. I apologise, but even against 10 men, we weren't able to get ourselves back in the game, and we lost 1-0 to Villarreal. So, shit. We obviously almost lost 1-0 to them in the first game against them in the league this year. Like we mentioned, we got a last-minute equaliser through Pedro this time. Not able to get that equaliser, but we are still 11 points clear at the top of La Liga, so not to worry. That was our second defeat in the league this season. We're playing against Athletic Bilbao, though, now. Obviously, there is quite a bit of recent history between the two sides, with Bilbao wiping the floor with them in the in the Spanish Super Cup. Big win for Athletic in those two games. Obviously, the Spanish Super Cup played over 2 legs. So I wanted a little bit of revenge here if we could potentially get it. As you can see, Messi, Suarez, Neymar is my starting front three as per usual. Marco Reus sat in the cam slot at present. Obviously, we do have Ronaldinho available, but starting Reus, and we started Turan in the previous game as well. Ronaldinho, his stamina isn't the best, as we saw from the Golden Oldies Challenge, so I'm trying to, just play him at the right time rather than starting him over anybody else. But we get another clear-cut penalty. It's a yellow card again for the defender this time. And again, it's Oscar de Marcos. Obviously, we used him at Chelsea in the series earlier on this season, or earlier on this FIFA year. But again, nowhere near the ball. You can see him catch Luis Suarez there. Suarez goes down in a heap. This time, it's a penalty again. This time, can Luis Suarez put it into the back of the net? The keeper went the same way that I went last time, and I had thought about going the same way as I went against Villarreal. I'm glad I didn't, because the keeper probably would have saved it again. Into the top right-hand corner, Barcelona 1, Athletic Bilbao 0. Adariz into Unai Lopez here. Cuts inside back to Adariz, and how he's not able to finish that, I don't know. Should have been able to get it in off the post, or at least into that bottom corner, but not able to do it. Pulled the shot wide, and then they give the ball away here in the midfield. Royce is going to play the ball over the top. Messi's in behind. Good first touch, good second touch. Defender on the floor, and that is how you tuck a ball under a keeper, Adariz. Messi with his 19th goal of the season, and that is Barcelona 2, Athletic Bilbao 0. Thank you very much. Still not done for the first half, though. There is another chance to come. Dani Alves inside to Rajan Angolan. He's going to cut inside again. Look for Luis Suarez. Good first touch, good shot, but well saved down low by Irizov. But the ball still ended up in the back of the net in rather comical fashion. Don't really know what the defender's doing there. Keeper tried to get it out with the dive, but couldn't get there. Defender just ran up, and I don't know what he's trying to do. He kicked the ball and then jumped out of the way. It's inexplicable. I don't know what's happened there, but we have a 3-0 lead thanks to an own goal. Tarvery match. They come close to getting a header there, but we're actually going to catch them on the counter-attack. Suarez plays the ball through to Neymar. Obviously, one of the fastest players in La Liga, one of the fastest players in the world. They can't catch him. Going to turn inside, and then going to try and look for the pass to Marco Reus. Good save, and another ridiculous own goal scored by Bilbao. This time it's the goalkeeper who gets up and then knocks the ball over the line. Look where he reaches with his arm, at waist height, to try and get rid of the ball. Another inexplicable own goal for Bilbao here. We're now 4-0 up. That one was even worse. The keeper tried to keep it out in the first one and obviously got close to it. In the second one, he swooped with his arm and the ball was on the floor trickling in, and he swooped at waist height to try and get rid of it. I don't know. Neymar, though, was able to make it 5 before the end, so we put a little bit of gloss on the tie. At least we scored 3 goals of our own, 5 in total for the goal difference column, which is now very, very dominant compared to everybody else, plus 36. We've scored 51 goals this season and conceded only 15, so scored more than anybody else, conceded less than anybody else. Fantastic, thank you very much. Only just, though, because Espanyol, as you can see in 9th, have only conceded 16, and Valencia have only conceded 19, but still, top of the league now, 14 points clear, but Valencia still do have a game in hand. Real Madrid have 2 games in hand, so that gap can close, but it's still quite the gap. So we're looking forward to hopefully picking up a La Liga trophy at the end of this season, but that is going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. Of course, there's this series, the My Player series, the Career Mode Road to Glory series, or any of the stream footage that's gone up. But for now, I will see you next time.